When you try to access an application running on cloud and you get a error 542 bad gateway, that means that load balancer, which is front-ending that application, is accessible, but there is a problem with backend application. Either it's a connectivity or firewall, or the application services are not available. What this 542 bad gateway error means, how do you troubleshoot this error, and what could be the possible reasons? I'm going to cover all this in this episode. Welcome to another episode of weekly video series with me, Atul Kumar, where we take you from complete beginner and help you in learning cloud better. And today's troubleshooting tip is specific to Oracle Cloud. Now, to give you some context, I have a training program for running an Oracle e-business suite on Oracle Cloud. And in that, when my users were running that application, some of them reported that they are getting 542 bad gateway error when they're trying to access the application URL. So I thought I'll take this problem statement and explain you how to troubleshoot issues like that. Now I want to give you some background about the architecture so you understand the setup, and then you can see how would you troubleshoot problems like this. So this is an architecture diagram of Oracle Cloud where the outer dotted line represents a network we call Virtual Cloud Network or VCN, and then that virtual cloud network or VCN is subdivided into subnets. So you see here three subnets where this rightmost subnet is where my application is hosting, and these two other subnets is where my load balancer is hosting. One acting as a primary and second acting as standby. My application is listening on port number 8081 and my load balancer was listening on 443, which is HTTPS connection. So when a user is trying to make a connection, the request is going through the load balancer and load balancer is taking that request and forwarding that to the port number 8081 on the application running on this server inside this subnet. And when users were trying to access this application on a URL or like that, the users were getting 542 bad gateway. So what this error means and how do you troubleshoot errors like that? I've taken a clip from my training program that I'm going to discuss and share here so that you can see how would you troubleshoot a problem like this if you're hitting similar problem. So watch this video here. So in this particular case, my users are trying to access this load balancer URL. In this case, the load balancer IP is 150.136.207.158, and they are trying to, when they try CM UI, the load balancer will forward that request to the backend application running on port number 8081. In this case, I'm talking in the context of EBS Cloud Manager. So how do you troubleshoot this error? So first of all, what you need to do is this IP which is listening on a load balancer, where exactly it's forwarding request to, where is my backend server, and then whether that application, what the port number is configured against, and whether the service is up or not. These are all the things we need to find out. And I'm guessing right now you know nothing about where my backend application is running and what port number is running and how to troubleshoot that. This is what we are going to try or resolve here. So first thing, as I said, we need to find out this is a load balancer listening on port number 150, sorry, IP address 150 or 136.207.158, and it's like HTTPS I'm using in front of that. It's just not secure because um, the encryption or the SSL keys are not correct on that, but that's not the main challenge or problem. Problem is this bad gateway. So I want to know first of all, what is the backend server configured against this load balancer? So for that, I'm connecting to my Oracle Cloud infrastructure where my application is running. And then I'm going to go into the networking. And this is where all my load balancers are. So I'll go inside load balancer for my networking. And if you see the IP address I was talking about is 150.136.207.158. And here, this IP is configured against 150.136.207.158. That means that is my load balancer. So right now, if you see critical, that means overall health of this load balance is critical. It's active, it's available. That's why we can see a response coming as a bad gateway. But the overall health of this load balancer configuration is wrong. And that's what we need to troubleshoot. So we know that we have identified this is my load balancer. We need to look at where is my backend. So click on this load balancer. And if you notice here, this is saying critical. So I need to go to the backend set to find out where the problem is. So in my backend set, click here and there's only in that backend set. I'll click on that and see what all my backend servers or the servers are. So behind this load balancer, there's only one server listening, and that server is listening on IP address 10.0.0.2 and is listening on port number 8081. So I need to first figure out where is my this port number or IP address in this VCN where my load balance is configured. Where is the IP address or which machine or the whatever machine is listening on 10.0.0.2 and is listening on port number 8081. That's where this load balancer is forwarding request to. So if you look into the context of this in this subnet, there is a machine which is listening on 10.0.2.0, this machine, and load balancer which is listening on a public IP forwarding from here, and then it's here. So for some reason, either the machine is not up or the services are not up, or it's listening on that 8081 port which we saw earlier, or there's no firewall is not allowing connection. One of these three things might happen here. So first thing is we have identified the IP address and port number. So we need to find out now where this machine is. So you go to the compute, and because it's a compute instance, we'll be going in a compute machine. Now, one thing is important, you need to find out, or at least have, if you don't know where the server is, it'll be a little bit tricky, but you need to then go to each of your compartment, where compartment is nothing but logical collection of your resources, in this case, machines. Now, if you see here, my right now, from looking here, I won't be able to get an IP address. So this is my public IP, but I'm interested in private IP, which is 10.0.0.2. Sorry, 10.0.0.2. Now, I need to go one by one, and I've already selected and clicked on one by one. So probably I'm guessing this last one is my IP address. I just want to verify here that if you look here, my private IP is 10.0.0.2. Now, that means this IP is not or down because this machine is down. That's why I'm hitting this problem. So I'll simply start this machine. And once the machine is being started, then I need to connect to this machine through PuTTY and start the service. That should resolve the problem. So once you have started the services, you should go back onto that service or go back to the load balancer networking. Load balancer here, come again. Make sure you connect to the through PuTTY and start the service or port number 8081 and make sure that service is listening. Now, if you have tested that listener is listening, a service 8081 port listening service is listening, and and then you can other problem then might be if the service is listening. In my case, we just saw that the server was down and the service was down, so I'll be starting server and then I'll start service. Other reason could be that the firewall between the this subnet and this subnet is not allowing connection from this subnet, and that configuration is handled by security list. So security list is nothing but a firewall that basically allow or disallow connections. So what we need to do is we need to find out this machine where it belongs to which subnet, and that subnet has what security list, and in that security list whether 8081 port is allowed or not. That could be another reason. So to find that out, I've just saw my load balancer. Okay, no, I need to go back to the machine again to see which subnet my machine belongs to. So ideally, once services are up, it should have the overall health should be correct. Instead of critical, it should be all green here. So I'm good. In the meantime, I'll show you while the services are coming up. Let me show you the compute instance I was talking about the firewall. How do you check the configuration of the firewall? So you'll go to this EBS CM instance. From here, if you see the compute instance of this machine belongs to EBS CM subnet 81. So I'll go to this subnet now, and I want to see this subnet, EBS cloud subnet, which this machine was part of, that has one security list, and we need to see whether my port number 8081 is allowed incoming to say you're allowed to access application. So if you notice here now, I want to know 8081 is allowed here. This is ingress, which means incoming port number 8081, and it's allowed from this CIDR range and this CIDR range, which is two IPs where my load balancer is configured here. So if you see in the diagram, I have two load balancers. one in this subnet, another is this subnet. So this subnet and this subnet, and my port number 8081 is allowed, and hence we can rule out that it's not a firewall issue because the port number is configured to be allowed here. Now, there are two type of firewall in OCI. One is called a security list, which is configured at a subnet level. Another is configured at a IP address level, and that's called as network security group. I'll show you here network security group, which is an firewall at a IP level. So you might have a firewall, someone might have accidentally enabled firewall at a at a IP level. How do you find that out? So you go to again, if there is a firewall enabled at an IP level, so if you go to this EBS cloud machine, and then you go under here network security group. If you see here, it's set to none. If let's suppose you have enabled a network security group, then make sure that 8081 is allowed from those two subnets, which is subnet 1 and subnet 2. That's another thing. There might be fourth possibility, and I know I'm keep adding complications, but these are all possible. We have seen this for number of our students in our various trainings with for their customers when they're implementing, they see this a problem. So fourth firewall might be within the server on a Linux machine, there is something called as IP tables. So that IP table might be blocking the connections. So issue, as I said, in order, if you're getting this 502 bad gateway, it could be a, first of all, the server itself is down. If server is up, make sure the service itself is not down. 8081 port is up and listening. If it's listening, um, then you see there is no network security group which is at a IP level, or security list which is not blocking 8081, or the firewall which is at IP table level on the Linux machine. You need to troubleshoot all of these. So if you notice here, I've connected to this server which is 10 IP 10.0.0.2, and in that I started the service earlier. The services were so the server was down, services were down. So I started the service. In my particular case, it was EBS Cloud Manager, but it can be any service. It could be web server, it could be WebLogic server, it could be any service, as long as the load balancer is for whatever port number this load balancer is forwarding request to, that service or that listener should be up. So I started the service, and then if you have to check whether port number is enabled or not or listening, netstat space -an and then pipe and grep for the port number. In this case, load balance is configured to forward to 8081, and then grep and then listen. So if you see, it's listening, and this is my IP address, which I can do as using ifconfig 10.0.0.2. There was no other firewall running here. So I want to go back here and go back to now load balancer again configuration, load balancers. And then if you see here, still critical. So what happens is, give it some time. Um, it the health check, what it's doing here critical is um, coming from a health check, and I'll explain you what that health check is. And health check is at an interval. If it marks the backend servers down completely, it'll take some time to bring it up to speed, or to bring for load balancer to come be visible, that load balancer can see the backend server, and that configuration is from here in this backend configuration. So if you see update health check or health checks, we'll see that health check configuration as well in here. So this is my backend service, which is, as I said, the backend set is listening for port number 8081. And if I want to see the health check, I'll see what is my health check configuration. So it's saying interval is 3000 milliseconds. So it will wait. So what this is saying is that listen for port number 8081 every 3000 milliseconds, which means every 3 seconds, and it'll try for 3 times. And if 3 times this backend service 80801 is down, then say not available. And then you if timeout, and the timeout setting is this, and then after a certain time it will check again on this configuration, or basically for my backend service. So let it refresh or give it some time. And if you want, I think there should be a refresh over here action. So if you notice here, the status has gone from error to unknown now, and give it for a few more minutes. And now if you see, status has turned to OK, and still unknown here backend health. Give it few more a minute or two. Now status has come as green as OK. So earlier it was unhealthy, then came to unknown, then to OK here. And now if I go back to my backend sets or load balancer details, still showing critical, or now it has turned to OK now here. And that means my services should all be fine now. So let me go back to the load balancer configuration. And now if you see now EBS Cloud Manager overall health is okay. And if I now go to my URL, this URL, it should work now. Instead of 502 bad gateway, it should all work here now. And now I'm getting my application page. So just to do a quick recap, if you're hitting any problem where you see 542 bad gateway on a load balancer, that means what you need to do first do is check where this load balancer is forwarding request to what is your backend server. And in that backend server, whether services are up or not, whether the listener port on which my backend load balancer is configured, whether that particular listener is listening on that server or not. Then second thing you need to do look at is whether the port number is open across firewall, which is nothing but security list, which is applicable at subnet level, or it's open at the IP level, which is my network security group if you have configured network security group. And the fourth thing to check is whether port is open at the Linux firewall level, which is IP tables level. And to check the security list, you'll be going to the virtual machine. And on that virtual machine, when you click on that virtual machine, see what is the network security group configured? None in this case. But then you will going to the subnet, and in that subnet, you look at the security list. And in this case, it's one security list. You might have multiple security lists. You have to go through all the security lists and look at ingress rule. And ingress means incoming 8081 is port is allowed. So I hope that makes sense. And this issue and the resolution is clear as well. Well, that was a clip taken from the troubleshooting module of our step-by-step training program, where we cover how to build, manage, and migrate eBusiness Suite R12 on Oracle Cloud. But that concept or that issue can be applicable for any application with a front ending with a load balancer. Now, this training program is targeted for anyone who is working on eBusiness Suite or Apps DBA or an architect and would like to migrate their application or managing and running it on Oracle Cloud. It's a comprehensive step-by-step program with 50 plus lessons, 23 plus hands-on lab, and help you with CV preparation. And the most important is 1 year on-job support. And if you're interested and would like to know more about our step-by-step comprehensive 8-week program, where we go from complete beginner on Oracle Cloud to running, managing, and migrating eBusiness Suite on Oracle Cloud, then I would like to invite you for a free, approximately 90-minute class where we talk about how to migrate eBusiness Suite R12 to Oracle Cloud with almost zero downtime. If you're interested to know and would like to get a free approximately 90-minute training, I would love you to join me for a free class by going to ketonacademy.com/EBS Cloud 02. In this class, we are going to talk about EBS migration, overview and concepts, migration strategy and checklist. We'll also look at the options we evaluated in order to help with the migration and which option we picked up and why. We'll also tell you an 8-week roadmap on how to upgrade from an Apps DBA or anyone working on eBusiness Suite as an architect to Cloud Apps DBA or Cloud Architect. And remember, we always get excellent feedback in these sessions. So make sure you register for a free class by going to ketonacademy.com/EBS Cloud 02. With that, this is Atul from Team Keton Academy talking about how to troubleshoot an error that's 542 bad gateway when your application is running on Oracle Cloud front-ended by a load balancer. And if you like today's video, then don't forget to share it with your friends, colleagues, and I'll see you next week with another episode on cloud. Till then, take care.